Hi and welcome to all of our drivers and pit crew and all the viewers at home. We're here at the Rotax Africa Open Challenge. This is a one-day event and it's been held this year at Zwartkops in Pretoria. Pretoria just south of Pretoria. The weather today is absolutely stunning. It's 25 degrees, full sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. And the track temperatures are going to be very hot, putting down a lot of sticky rubber out there today. The format for Africa Open is Heat 1, Heat 2, Heat 3, and Heat 1 and 2 points and position points sets up your grid position for the final heat. And that final heat is a winner takes all. This essentially is a Grand Prix of karting in Africa. Grand Prix meaning great prizes, the great prize being a ticket to the World Champs. And next year in 2022, it's going to be in Bahrain. So we're all looking forward to that. Over to you.
International parade. In the lunch break, Richard Ford will go down. He will meet up with the international drivers, and they will be doing a one-lap parade where we will welcome them to the Zwartkops Raceway and this African Open. That's certainly created so much excitement so far. Well, the lights are going out there. Sebastian Boyd isn't always going to be the danger man. Carrying that number 1 plate there in India. Was the fastest in qualifying. Boyd there ran a 42,266 from a 42,355 of Bradley Liebenberg. So very little on the watch there between the two, and that should be a great tussle. Loads and loads of big names there come to the line. 15 DD2 carts for this international today. I see that Birrell AIS already starting to stamp its authority. Sebastian Boyd knows that he's got to focus there. Bradley Liebenberg is the man in that second place. We saw Brad pull off some spectacular laps yesterday. A lot of pressure for Waylon Wyman in the form of Dylan Thompson, Justin Allison, Tasman Pepper, all pushing hard for that third position. Great to have Tasman Pepper back in the kart with us here at Zwartkops Raceway in this African Open. Well, Bradley Liebenberg just struggling there to latch onto the back end there of the Sebastian Boyd Birrell ART, the number 1 kart. Well, as I say, it is a new fastest lap of the race for Liebenberg. He gave himself a bit of room there. A 42.630 for Brad Liebenberg. Loads of pressure there for Dylan Thompson. In that third place in the 26 kart, there you see them through the S's. Trying to get in there, not able to make the move just yet. Tasman Pepper in that 5th position. Well, the gap from first to second, 0.8. Just under a second, they're separating Boyd and Liebenberg right now. Look at the race on for 4th. Justin Allison with Tasman Pepper climbing all over the back end of his kart. Robert Whiting trying to get in the action, and remember he had problems with his kart in qualifying. '75 kart there looking to make a move. It's a Waylon Wyman on Yvonne Foster. Leader through the S's. Very smooth and very quick through there is Sebastian Boyd in that one card. So they cross the line with 6 laps to go. Look at this race on for 4th position. Jamie Smith there in that 33 card. He's taken on that 4th position there. Tasman Pepper in 5th. Robert Whiting, new fastest lap of the race. 42.622 for Rob Whiting and card 74. So Whiting goes purple. Sitting in that 6th position right now. He'll be looking for a good finish. Struggled yesterday, just couldn't find the pace. Can he turn things around today as he'll lead us come through? Boyd there with a .813 advantage over Liebenberg. Justin Allison is the man in this. It's what looks like a safe 3rd at the moment. Not too much pressure coming from Jamie Allison, who's under serious pressure from Tasman Pepper. Tasman in that 31 card, holding down that 5th position right now. Your leader's back in the main straight away with 4 laps to go. So the pressure now on the 5th place. That's a Robert Whiting that's gone through. They're looking back here to see, going on in defense, closing down that inside line for turn 2. Robert Whiting now makes his move. He's up to 6. So we've got movement going down there with just under 4 laps remaining. Your leaders through the S's up the back straight through turn 9 into the Victron Energy main straightaway under the arch. Boyd goes through, still 0.8 of a second over Brady Liebenberg. Justin Allison keeping it now safe and sound in 3rd in that 52 card there. Jamie Smith not able to close that gap. He's in 4th, trying to get in and take on Justin Allison. Whiting there, he's got pressure in the form of Dylan Thompson and Tasman Pepper. Well, there's the leaders into the main straight away. It's going to be 2 laps to go for Boyd, Sebastian Boyd. Just not making any mistakes up front. The number 1 plated Burrell ART. Closing up on the brakes there. Brady Liebenberg knows time is gone. He has got to call on all his experience right now to make a difference. If he wants to be up there with Boyd. Boyd hanging in there. Looks like there's a race into the last lap. It's 1 lap to go. They cross through the line. No change, still 0.8 of a second separating 1st to 2nd. But it looks like Justin Allison coming under a little bit of pressure there from Jamie Smith for that 3rd position. Jamie Smith had caught 33. Robbie Whiting also trying to get in the mix as well. In the 74 card, bringing Dylan Thompson along, and Tasman Pepper as well. Right, and through the S's, your leaders going up the back straight. It's checkered flag going out. Sebastian Boyd takes it. Well, it's eventually 0.9 separating Liebenberg and Boyd. So Brady Liebenberg taking 2nd, Justin Allison in 3rd, Jamie Smith in 4th, Dylan Thompson 5, Robert Whiting takes 6, Tasman Pepper 7, Nick Spanianis takes 8, 9th place to Nico Zafiris, 10th place to Ian Olmut, and just out of the top 10, Waylon Wyman. Well, I'll be back a little bit later on. That was a great field of competition there coming from the 15 carts out on track.
Right, I'm with cart number 1, Sebastian Boyd of the DD2 class. Sebastian, you qualified very strongly today and you kept well ahead of the pack. Almost a comfortable win for you.
Yeah, it's not easy with this high level of competition with Bradley, but we had a good qualifying and then just trying to manage the tyres and make sure they last until the last race, so yeah.
Congrats. One question. With Africa Open, it's said to be a contact sport today. How does it differ from your normal nationals and regionals?
There's always contacts because rubbing is racing, I guess. But the first 2 races will be a lot more chill, and then the last race will be a lot rougher because winner takes all.
That's correct. It's winner take all. The ticket is in only for the winner of Heat 3. How do you fancy your chances, having won Heat 1?
It's looking good. We obviously are in a better position now for the last race. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Okay, all the very best. Thank you. Right, I've got Rob Whiting here, cart number 74, DD2 class. Rob, was that a 6th position? Did I hear correctly?
Yeah, that was 6th, yeah.
Okay, well, how did you qualify?
Not too great.
So to come 6th in Heat 1, are you proud of your effort?
Yeah, I aim for the top 6, that was my goal, so happy to get there.
Well, one step at a time, you've managed to hit the mark. Heat 2, well, where are you planning to hit for Heat 2?
Hopefully top 3, but we'll see where we start now. I'm not too sure yet. Hopefully somewhere there.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, Rob is a winner of a ticket to World Champs, so it's all very well within your range, and we wish you well for Heat 2 and 3.
Oh, thanks very much. Hopefully we see you there.
Yay. Right, I've got Tasman Peppercott 31 from DD2. Tasman, I interviewed you yesterday for the Rotax National Challenge, and now we're in the Africa Open, which is really what your goal was, to use that previous championship as a practice for today. How is it going? Are you happy with your performance?
Well, we started off this morning really happy with how the kart was going from yesterday. We struggled all day with a misfire and we couldn't find it. And then we went out for qualifying and the same things happened. So we're not sure what's happening or where it's going wrong, but we've literally changed everything in the kart and I keep getting a misfire. It completely dies on me when I'm coming out the corners. So it happened now in the race really badly. I don't know what we're going to do to try and change that. If we can fix that, I think we can be in the hunt, but at the moment it's really I'm really struggling with it.
Yeah. Okay, all the very best. I hope you find the gremlin.
Yeah, thank you.
Big thank you to the guys from DT Film Services. Done a great job this weekend. 5 cameras out on track. And the drone up in the sky being piloted by Carl Niverson. Drivers penalised, but they get away nice and clean here this time around. Looked like a great start there from Brad Liebenberg in that 12 cart. Well, it's frightfully incredible pace going down there. Well, it is the 75 cart there. What fantastic start. Well, Dylan Thompson losing out there, going through in the 12th car there. That's Brad Liebenberg. So Dylan Thompson losing out, being squeezed out. Robert Whiting with a great start there. He slots into 3rd place. That's 74 car, the CRG man. Nico Zafiris down in 11th position with a great lap. 43.092. So everybody pushing maximum here on this 12-lap sprint race. Brad Liebenberg, Dylan Thompson, Robert Whiting. That's your top 3. Well, Brad Liebenberg has got a just over half-second advantage over the 26 card there. Dylan Thompson, Robert Whiting in the mix. Sebastian Boyd there in the 1 card sitting in that 4th position. Race 1 went up. Jamie Smith there in card 33. Down in that 5th spot right now. Running with the DD2 second heat. Well, Sebastian Boyd certainly wanted to turn things around. He's in 4th position and he's come back out with a very, very quick lap. A 42.660 for the number 1 man. Race 1 winner, really turning up the wick right now. Brad Liebenberg, your race leader in the 12 cart right now. I can tell you it's just over a second between him and new 2nd place man, Robert Whiting, dropping Dylan Thompson down to 3rd. Race 1 winner up to 4th position right now, Sebastian Boyd. Looks like we've got pressure going down there in that 5th place. Dylan Thompson making a move in the 26 card. Looks like it's putting Jamie Smith down 1 position. Well, the Polo X karting star turned Polo Cup star, now back in kart, showing us he's lost none of his talent. Mr. Bradley Liebenberg leads by almost 2 seconds over Robert Whiting. Robert Whiting, well, he'll be pretty pleased with the performance of that 74 card right now. Robert Whiting, 2nd place. It'll be his best finish this weekend if he can hang on to that. No reason why he can't be shown more than once And he can run with some of the quickest, if not one of the quickest in the country. Well, just 2.5 laps remain. Big pressure on Sebastian Boyd, who's now taken on 3rd place. Jamie Smith trying to work it back. Trying to work it back in his favour in the 33 cart. Sebastian Boyd showing us why he carries that number 1 plate. Why he is the reigning DD2 champion. The leaders up through the S's. That left kink there off camera going up the hill and then into the final turn before they hit the main straight. Bradley Liebenberg, no problems. He's certainly got himself looking like he's on rails right now. The man under pressure is 3rd place, Sebastian Boyd. Jamie Smith in cart 33. All over the back end of the number 1 car, trying to wrestle back that 3rd position. So last lap, checkered flag goes out there. It's going to be Brad Liebenberg with a comfortable win, but look how close 2nd, 3rd and 4th is. It's Robert Whiting hangs on to 2nd. Great drive there from Robert Whiting. Sebastian Boyd defending that 3rd place from Jamie Smith, who finishes in 4th. Waylon Wyman, a great drive for him, finishing in 5th. Dylan Thompson in 6th. Justin Allison 7th. Nicholas Spanagianis in 8th. Nico Zafiris in 9th, and Tasman Pepper coming home in that 10th position in cart 31.
Right, I've got with me Brad Liebenberg, who has just won Heat 2 of the Africa Open in the DD2 class. You came from 3rd on the grid, didn't you? And you took that because you won it at the start, basically, is what I can make out. Brad, you were here yesterday in the National. It looked as though you were playing around with people. You know you've got the pace. For someone like me who's never driven this track before, what tips and tricks would you share with me? How do you get fast around this track?
Yeah, first of all, it was a good race. Team gave me a very good kart. I think we're working in the right direction. Like you said yesterday, we were playing around a bit, obviously just using the day as a little bit of a test session for us. Obviously not in the championship, so we didn't want to get involved in anything. I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't like it.
I must say that was very gentlemanly of you, pulling out of a couple of very tight spots there.
Yeah, like I say, I wouldn't like it if it was me. So yeah, I just backed off a bit and like I said, used it as a test session. But for sure the circuit's rubbering in a lot. Having rain over the weekend and everything, it's, you know, just as the rubber starts coming down, the rain washes it all away. So I mean, it's been a bit of adjusting, and like obviously every session you go out, the track's a little bit different from the last. So
I've seen the mechanics have been incredibly busy this weekend.
So yeah, we basically just have to carry on evolving with the circuit, and yeah, I think to get some tips around the track is obviously just being very smooth and getting the right setup. That's the biggest thing in karting. So
all right, the wind. What factors the wind playing, especially going into Heat 3 now? It seems to be picking up more and more.
To be honest, the wind, you don't really feel it. We're out in the elements anyway, so you know, for us it's pushing us around a bit anyway. But look, in karting it doesn't make too much of a difference. We're that low to the ground anyway, so you know. But again, the weather's always going to play a factor. If it cools down a little bit later, we've got to watch that. If it heats up a little bit, you never know here in Centurion at Zwartkops. So look forward to the final. If we can recreate what we did now, we'll be smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah, absolutely. It all hinges on Heat 3. So all the very best for the last and final heat.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Well done. Right, I've got Nico Zafiris, kart number 70 in DD2. You were here for the National over the weekend from Thursday to Saturday, and now you're doing the Africa Open on Sunday. Obviously track conditions have changed and you've had to adjust settings, etc. What has been your biggest frustration this weekend?
So on the practice days we were quite at the front, we were one of the fastest, and obviously we didn't do the National because we wanted to focus on the African Open, and conditions just changed, so our whole setup's changed and now we're quite struggling to find pace.
Okay, I see that you did hold on to the front pack for quite a few laps there. Are you heading in the right direction with your setup?
Well, yeah, hopefully it looks like it because we got a few tenths out of our last lap times, so hopefully we can better it in the last heat.
Okay, it all counts on the last heat. We wish you well, all the best, and have a good one.
Thank you.
Well, this is it. This is the grand final, the big one to be decided over 15 laps. All right, who's going to wing their way to Bahrain? This is the DD2 final. A great start there from the number 12 car of Brad Liebenberg. Well, I can tell you, every one of the 15 drivers out there wants that big ticket, the one that takes them to Bahrain to represent SA in the World Finals. At the moment, they're looking rock solid up front there. And in the driver's seat is Robert Whiting. Now, Robert Whiting has already won a ticket to the World Finals in Portimao, but couldn't go. The COVID story put paid to that. Well, can he get a second chance at the second bite to the apple, one might say, and get another ticket for Bahrain? At the moment, he sits in that number 1 spot. It's Rob Whiting in that 74 car that leads. But it's one long train there. Liebenberg on his case. Boyd is behind that. Smith, Wyman, Thompson, Zafiris, and Tasman Pepper. Well, a very, very clever driver is the man behind the wheel of that 74 car. You see Robert Whiting's line going down to turn 2. He does not get over to the left side of the circuit too soon. He knows that he's going to be dive bombed there by several cars if he leaves that inside line open. So he's trying to make himself as wide as possible and stay on the lap pedal. He knows he's got all the big hitters around him. Liebenberg right on his tail. Sebastian Boyd there looking strong in third in the 1 car. This is a 15 lap up. Still at 11 and a half laps remain. A long way to go. Can rest assured that top form breakaway now. All totally focused. And up the inside, there goes Brad Liebenberg. Whoa, he made him move up the inside. Robert Whiting trying to come back at him. Well, Liebenberg ran out wide, going up the hill into turn 9. Liebenberg saw an opportunity there to go hard up the inside. And it paid off. Liebenberg goes up front. It's a 12 car that leads. Sebastian Boyd has squeezed through as well in the Burl ART, the number 1 man. So it's Liebenberg at leads, Boyd, Whiting in third, Smith in fourth, Wyman in fifth, Thompson in sixth, Pepper in seventh, Elnut in that 8th place there, and Zephyris 9th, ahead of Justin Allison, who makes up the top 10. We now have a 6-cart runaway up front. Tasman Pepper tagging along behind. She needs to stay in touch there with that trade. Liebenberg leads. 0.2 is the gap between first and second. Sebastian Boyd holds in that second place in the 1 cart. Whiting in third. 8.5 laps remain. There they come back at us. It's going to be hard on the brakes, Seb. Liebenberg leads in 12. Sebastian Boyd looking for the slightest of opportunities. And rest assured, Robert Whiting will feel disappointed that he's dropped 2 positions, keeping him handy in third, and he'll want to try and pounce right back. Jamie Smith right on the back wheel there of Robert Whiting. So head on down the back straight away. Oh, problems. Who's that side out? Well, it's the 33 cart of Jamie Smith that looks like is there you can see how happy he is, not at all happy with the situation. The cart has expired on him. Jamie Smith sits at trackside. He can only watch as the leaders come back into view. It's still Liebenberg at leads. Boyd in second, Whiting in third. Wyman holds down fourth from Thompson in fifth. So up to 6th place there for Tasman Pepper. Well, the leading trio all very evenly spaced and pace-wise. Going to go down to tactics, late braking, choice of lines. And gambling on a little bit of very, very late braking to try and make a move. There you see Sebastian Boyd now closing right up on the back axle of Brad Liebenberg's 12 cart as they race into the S's. Looks like Boyd now setting himself up for an attack on the 12 cart as they race down here to turn 1. Four laps remain. You're watching the DD2 final. 3 laps remain. Robert Whiting in that just losing touch a wee bit there with Liebenberg and Boyd. New fastest lap from the man in 5th position, Dylan Thompson. 42.267. 42.267 for Dylan Thompson. Once again, Boyd having a little look, measuring the straight and closing up there and wondering whether he can get through on the brakes. Just 1 3/4 laps remain. And rest assured, an attempt is going to come shortly from Boyd to try and make that pass on Liebenberg. You watch him through the S's, through the left-hander into the home straight for the last lap. 1 lap to go. Boyd not close enough. Liebenberg knows he needs that at least 1 kart length between himself and the Birrell ART man, Sebastian Boyd. Just half a lap remains. Liebenberg in the driving seat through the S's. He will go on defense now. He knows it's pretty much done and dusted. There he is now, really saluting, acknowledging a great result. It's Brad Liebenberg that takes the win from Sebastian Boyd and Robert Whiting taking 3rd place. 4th to Dylan Thompson, he had a great final. Tasman Pepper ends up in the number 5 spot. Waylon Wyman in 6. Spanianis in 7. Brock in 8. It's Allnut in that 9th, and Justin Allison makes up the top 10. Well, what a way to end this incredibly exciting weekend.
Brad Liebenberg with me, kart number 12. He is the Rotax Africa champion. I mean, that must feel absolutely amazing.
Yeah, over the world. Seb kept me honest the whole race. So good job to him. I mean, everybody, the pace was unbelievable. So yeah, I couldn't do any mistakes, and yeah, just had to keep the pace up, and came out with the win. Couldn't be more over the moon.
That's exactly right. I thought you'd go defensive on the last lap. He was all over your bumper, but you kept it clean. You just raced.
Yeah, I managed in the middle of the race. I made a little bit of a mistake, and I think he came back a little bit. But yeah, you know, like I say, he kept me honest, and yeah, I couldn't make any more mistakes. And he was on my bumper at the last lap, and yeah, just managed the gap, and he was just too far back to make a move. So yeah, again. Awesome job by the team, by Squadra Corsa, MS Technic for providing me with all the gear and everything, and again Squadra Corsa for giving me the best kart. Justin, awesome job. To my dad, to my girlfriend Emma, to Stella, my stepmom, everyone, my mom. Awesome, you know, support and everything. Couldn't thank them enough, and love you all.
Yeah, Brad, you are the man with a cool, calm, collective disposition. A real champ. Well done. South Africa's behind you in Bahrain next year.
Thank you so much.
Sebastian Boyd, kart number 1. You had tried everything out there in Heat 3. You were all over the back of him, and I can't tell you how amazing that race was. You kept it together. You didn't make mistakes, but then neither did he. You've had a phenomenal day and weekend. What can you say positively about your takeaway today?
Yeah, this weekend in general has been great. There's been a high level of competition. and congrats to Brad for winning African Open.
Yeah. You must be tremendously disappointed because it was such a close race.
Yeah, it was very close. I was fortunate to get a ticket from the Nationals, finished second, so I'll see Brad in Bahrain, I guess.
That is amazing. It is great news, and South Africa wish you well in 2022 in Bahrain. Well done.
Thanks.
Right, I've got with me Tasman Pepper, kart 31 in the DD2. You've been battling with something, some pops in the corners that have been letting you down, but you put up a phenomenal fight. You're on the back of a train of 6 or 7 carts in the front for more than half the race, and then you actually overtook and with the yo-yo for you. That was exciting racing, yes?
Yeah, I mean, it came right in the final, which is when it counts, but when you're starting so far back, it's hard to now stay with the front guys. The guys worked really hard all week trying to find this issue, and we took Nick's off of DD2 Masters, his fuel pump, and we put it on, and we seem to have found the issue. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good weekend, lots of fun. I got one of the oldest cars out there, so to be competing where I was on track is really good, and yeah, I had a lot of fun out there.
Well, credit to you then, it's all about the driving and not about the cars then. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
That's us for Rotax Africa Open 2021. It's been intense, it's been exciting, there's been drama, melodrama, and of course elation with the ticket winners about to get their tickets to Bahrain 2022. We're going to start prize giving.
Right, we move on to the DD2 class. DD2 in 6th position, kart number 63, Nicholas Panianis. Well done, Nicholas. In 5th position, kart number 26, Delon Thompson. In 4th position, also a welcome return back into karting, kart number 31, Tasman Pepper. I'm sure we're going to see Tasman back as a master next year. Well done, Tasman. I didn't give her age. That's reality, Taz. In 3rd position, kart number 74, Robert Whiting. Well done, Rob. In 2nd position, the driver carrying the number 1 from Cape Town, Sebastian Boyd. Sebastian also already receiving his ticket to go and race the DD2 class at the Bahrain World Finals. Well done, Sebastian. And then the golden child, I think, of the African Open and of the DD2 class for a number of years. Kart number 12, Brad Liebenberg, taking the day and winning himself a ticket to go and represent South Africa at the Grand Finals. Well done, Brad. Right, guys, that is our DD2 class for the African Open 2021. Good field, good racing, seriously competitive stuff.